In today's video, I will be taking you back to the Kawal Tiger Reserve in the Adilabad district of Telangana, where you will witness my unique experience at the second Birdwalk Festival at the reserve. In this video, you will see new sections of the Tiger Reserve which are generally not open to the public during the year and are only made accessible by the Forest Department during the Bird Festival. So do watch until the end to catch a glimpse of these beautiful sections of the reserve and also get a first-hand experience of events at the second Bird Festival. I had earlier created a video on Kawal Tiger Reserve where I shared information about the history, safari experience, stay and conservation efforts at the reserve. So I will not touch upon those points in this video. In case you have not seen that video, you can watch it by clicking on the link appearing on the screen. In this video, I will mainly talk about the Bird Festival. The Forest Department under the leadership of Mr. Madhav Rao, who is Forest Divisional Officer of Jannaram, had launched the first Bird Festival at Kawal Tiger Reserve in February 2022. Encouraged by the success of the first event, the Forest Department decided to launch the second edition of the Bird Festival in two phases in the first and the third week of February this year. The Birdwalk event was kick-started by the Forest Department at the camp office of Kawal Tiger Reserve, where the participants were supposed to sign up for the event to confirm their presence. Anyone above the age of 10 years were allowed to sign up for the two-day event by paying an all-inclusive fee of 2,000 rupees. The cost included one-night stay at the jungle camp, all meals and transport. The event attracted more than 60 participants from all walks of life and included school students, college students specializing in forest research, bird watchers, photographers and nature lovers. The age group of participants ranged from 10 to 70 years, making it a diverse group of individuals. After completion of the sign-up process, we were all guided to the training center of the Forest Department, where FDO Mr. Madhav Rao showed a presentation on Kawal Tiger Reserve. He spoke about the topography of the reserve and the flora and the fauna at the reserve. He also touched upon multiple challenges that are faced by the Forest Department to protect the forest and animals. In addition, he spoke about the conservation efforts being undertaken by the department related to grassland management, water management, plantation of wild fruit-bearing trees, reserve protection, managing conflicts with tribals, etc. I was pleasantly surprised to see how much technology and data is being used by the Forest Department for this purpose. By the use of satellite images and other software, the Forest Department has made the overall management more scientific and data-oriented. It was refreshing to see the technology adoption by the Forest Department, and it certainly changed my view on the tech savviness of our forest departments. I particularly like the initiative related to the creation of grasslands for herbivore animals in the forest by introducing grass species that are more resilient to seasonal changes and have the ability to regrow themselves during monsoons. Also, how FDO Mr. Madhav Rao has managed relationships with various tribal villages and his staff is commendable as he has created a change in the mindsets towards the forest conservation, which is helping in the creation of better habitat for tiger conservation. After a very interesting presentation, we had our lunch and got into safari jeep for our first trip to the forest. Our first destination was Malayal Watchtower, for which we drove to Gondaguda Gate to enter the Kawal Tiger Reserve. It was great to be back in the forest, and the view of the forest in the evening was amazing. With the reserve being home to many animal species, including cheetal, sambar, barking deer, nilgai, sloth bear, Indian bison, panther, wild dogs and leopards, and many other species of birds. All of us were eager to see what we will find in the jungle. As we went further deeper into the jungle, we were able to catch the first glimpse of wildlife when we saw a small group of woolly-necked storks resting next to the water hole. However, as we got closer, they flew away. I was able to capture a few pictures of them. We just hoped that we will get a closer look later during our bird walk. In case you are liking this video, do not forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As we progressed further, I was able to spot a crested snake eagle sitting really close to the path. I alerted the jeep driver and asked him to stop immediately. The eagle was patient and gave us few seconds to click some pictures, and we got some amazing shots as the bird filled my camera frame. This is such a majestic bird and has blessed me with a sighting every time I have visited the reserve. After driving on for some distance and seeing some deer along the way, our safari jeep came to a halt, and our driver indicated that we need to walk the remaining distance. Our destination was a watchtower on top of a small hill, for which we had to climb a steep path to the top. Surrounded by forest, everyone climbed slowly to reach the watchtower. The tower was surrounded by tall trees and was designed to look like a tree. Next to the tower, my attention was drawn to a couple of leafless trees with pristine white exteriors and beautiful red flowers. These trees completely stood apart from the surrounding trees and looked like alien trees. These beautiful trees are formally called stercula urns, but many people call them ghost trees as they can change colors to green and brown based on season. The tree produces a natural gum that is used for various medicinal and other purposes. As you climb the watchtower, you will be able to see the vast expanse of the forest at Kawal Tiger Reserve. You will even see multiple hills at a distance. This is a great place to relax for a while and take pictures. Malayal Watchtower is not part of the standard wildlife safari that is offered at Kawal Tiger Reserve, so I felt special to be here. Spending some time here, we were asked to get back to our vehicles and embark on our next destination, Bison Kunda. This destination is covered as a part of the regular safari, and I have been here a few times, but I was visiting it in the evening for the first time. Hence, I was excited to see what wildlife and birds I will find in the evening here. Compared to my last visit, Bison Kunda Lake had dried up. This allowed me to reach the other side of the lake, which is not otherwise accessible. This opportunity allowed me a chance to sight woolly-necked storks, grey-headed fish eagle, and changeable hawk eagle from close distance, and I got some amazing shots. After we were done budding, everyone enjoyed a cup of hot tea that the forest department had arranged for us. It was refreshing after a long day of birding, and it energized everyone. After sunset, it started to get dark quickly and the temperature dropped. We were asked to board vehicles and head back to the forest office for the allocation of camps and picking our luggage. While we thought that bird sighting was over for the day, we were in for a surprise. As we were driving in the dark, something shining on the road hit my eyes, and I asked the driver to stop. It was the elusive nightjar. I have looked for the bird in the past, but was unlucky in finding it due to its impressive camouflage, and now I found it, here in the middle of the road. The sighting of the nightjar excited everyone, and we took a few pictures. We returned to the forest office where we distributed in 2 camps for the night. We packed our luggage and got on the bus that drove us to the campsite. We were stationed at a camp set up at Ganeshetti Kunta watchtower, which is next to the small lake. The camp had various tents and bamboo huts set up for the campers, and the food was prepared for us. Being next to the lake, the forest department advised us not to venture out of the camp as wild boars and sloth bears were common in the area. The forest department had also arranged a bonfire at the camp, which was an instant hit. With the temperature falling sharply and making everyone shiver, the bonfire attracted everyone like moths to the flame. Sitting next to the fire kick-started many interesting conversations and laughter. Everyone had their dinner and came back to the comfort of the bonfire. The conversations and laughter lasted till late at night until the camp fell silent on a full moon night. In the morning, we got up early before sunrise as we were asked to board the bus at 5:30 am for our next birding destination. The bus brought us to Kalpakunta and we walked towards the watchtower. The view of the location was superb with a wide open area and mist skimming over the nearby water body. However, in the early hours, there were no water birds in sight. But as sun came out, we started seeing many other birds here. This included woolly-necked storks, which were at quite a fair distance. We also saw hoopas, plum-headed parakeets, Marshall's ira, yellow-necked sparrows, green bee-eaters, and other birds. Thanks for making this far into the video. In case you are enjoying it, you can help me out by hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now back to the video. After capturing some great pictures here, our entourage moved to the last birding location at Masaima Kunta. And maybe the forest department was saving the best for the last. After walking through the forest, Masaima Kunta revealed itself. A beautiful lake with a wooden hut in between, surrounded by trees and wildlife. The view here was picturesque and bird activity here was significant. I was able to witness multiple species here, and this included beautiful Alexandria parakeets. Here are some good shots that I got of them. I also saw a group of plum-headed parakeets on the ground. It was amazing to see so many colorful birds together. In addition, I also saw ashy-headed wood swallows, yellow-necked sparrows, common kingfisher, wagtails, and green-footed yellow pigeon. FDO Mr. Madhav Rao and his wife also participated in all events. While Mr. Rao is also a wildlife photographer, Mrs. Rao too is very knowledgeable about various bird species, and it was a great experience to interact with them. The last section of the bird walk concluded the event, and we joined together for a group photo to take it back home as memory. After the group photo, we headed to Ganeshetti Kunta watchtower for breakfast, where everyone got a chance to interact with each other. We then headed back to the city for the closing event, in which FDO Mr. Madhav Rao thanked everyone for their participation and distributed participation certificates. Participants also shared their experiences with the group. This concluded a wonderful event that was filled with well-planned activities and gave an opportunity to speak and connect with fellow birders and nature lovers. I am already looking forward to next year's edition of the event. I would highly recommend participating in it. If interested, contact the Forest Department in January to get information on planned dates. And that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video and it has motivated you to take a trip to Kawal Tiger Reserve. If you like content related to history, nature, or wildlife, do subscribe to my channel so you can get notified when I post new content. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Signing off, your travel buddy Anandita.